This is the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney with a quick check on what's going on. So here's my man to get into it.
Happy Friday. Glad we've made it to another weekend, hopefully full of relaxation. You know, I've never watched Eurovision before, but hey, a big chunk of the world's population is all into it, so I'll check out the final Saturday to see what all the talk about saunas are about. Must be a catchy song. And Marvel fans, entertainment news outlets reported this week that Kristen Ritter's coming back as Jessica Jones for the next season of the Daredevil Born Again series on Disney+. Now, if they could just bring back Mike Coulter to revive Luke Cage, Disney would pretty much have the whole Defenders crew back from Netflix.
My favorite stories of the day.
Birds are exploding in Northern California's Bay Area, and officials think it might be from target practice. Yeah, there's a neighborhood in Richmond where folks have been scooping up carcasses from their yards the past few months. And on Monday, State Fish and Wildlife's Health Lab put out a word that tests on two dead birds, mourning dove and European starling, show they died from the trauma of someone's eagle eye, saying either a pellet or BB gun or slingshot was used. They couldn't say which, but could say those two birds did not die from being electrocuted on a power line. That's something folks in the neighborhood claim they saw. And Pacific Gas and Electric Company officials said they checked the area and their poles and lines are in line with avian safety guidelines, so say they're not the bird killers. But state wildlife officials told ABC News Monday they're investigating now to see if there's a serial bird killer in that Richmond, California neighborhood. Shutting down massage parlors that offer happy endings in New Jersey and the rest of the country, really. It has been like a game of whack-a-mole. But down the Jersey Turnpike to exit 10 in Edison, the local officials have been on a campaign the last 3 years to get rid of the ones fronting for prostitution. Now, a state report last October gave the city credit for shutting down 19 at that point. And last Thursday, Edison police say they got another one. The Bliss Spa and its owner. And the Star Ledger's website partner, NJ.com, is reporting when cops raided the spa last week, they found, well, 4 prostitutes ages 26 to 45, but also $650,000 in cash. And not just in a drawer or register or under mattresses. Now, one of the officers had to stab a giant teddy bear in the parlor right there to find about 600 of the 650 grand. Stuffed in the teddy bear. The owner's in jail on money laundering, promoting organized street crime, and prostitution charges, while the 4 women she was accused of promoting, well, they were booked on prostitution charges and let go. Hopefully they have stuffed teddy bears at home. And just getting to a story I saw last week about the guy in Northeast Ohio who's accused of bragging about burning library books, but really just burning a hole in his wallet for the trolling. And this man apparently really wanted to do this because the Plain Dealer's old website partner, Cleveland.com, is reporting he went to a library branch in a Cleveland suburb last month, applied for a card, and then once he got the library card, checked out 50 books on Jewish and African American history and LGBTQ topics, took a picture of them all in his car's trunk, and posted it on free speech social media site Gab.com, along with the caption, "Cleansing." Then went back the next week, checked out 50 more, and after that, posted a video of him burning the books. Now, a group that monitors social media for hate speech saw this and let Cuyahoga County Public Library know. Yeah, folks at the library then called police, but cops pointed out they do enter contractual agreements with people who check out books, so we'll have to wait till they're due or overdue to charge them. And they know who he is, and he should know they know if he reads news stories or letters from the library and doesn't burn them too, which means he should also know he's about to owe the library $1,700 for trolling. And before the break, check out the promo for the Jams podcast. Just mixes full of jams with a Z.
Blazing the best hip-hop, R&B, reggae, soca.
You can download the Jams podcast mix for free. Just Google search Jams Podcast Mix.
It's Jams Hour Mix with Greg H.
This chewable gummy with the ingredient tetrahydrocannabinol will relax your nerves. Turn those sounds out of her mouth into a soothing stream of gentle assurances and appreciation. Side effects include munchies, laziness, and inability to make it off the couch. Ask your doctor about Sibimac. It's just cannabis spelled backwards. Wow.
And now for the world around us.
The Cannes Film Festival got going the same day Eurovision 2025 started, on Tuesday, but in Cannes, France. New rules went into effect for the festival's red carpet, basically banning R-rated outfits, so we might not see Ye or Kanye West's wife Bianca Censori on that red carpet anytime soon. Not that stars were ever allowed to sashay down Cannes' carpet with private parts playing peekaboo with photographers, but the Associated Press is reporting festival organizers have apparently noticed a trend recently of see-through dresses, so looking to be totally transparent, if you will, about what is not allowed. Okay, two things about this next story out of Japan. One, if something inside a suitcase is making noises, someone will have some explaining to do. And two, try never doing anything to be a subject of the headline, 3 men arrested for having crabs. Yeah, it just does not sound good. But BBC News is reporting a trio of 24, 26, and 27-year-olds were ID'd in Japanese news stories as being Chinese nationals, all accused of having suitcases full of hermit crabs, a protected species on Japan's island of Amami, where the guys were caught. And investigators say hotel staff where the three were staying could not help but notice rustling noises coming from the bags. Police told reporters there are over 95 kilograms or over 200 pounds worth of hermit crabs in a couple of the guys' bags, and they say the third guy had another 65 kilos, a little over 140 pounds of the crustaceans. So, okay, 3 things to note. Noisy suitcases will lead to questions. Never do anything, so part of the headline would say you have crabs. And third, heavy suitcases can also be suspicious. Now to Australia for a couple, starting with news.com.au story Tuesday about police misspelling a name twice, leading to a guy being wrongly arrested twice 2 years ago. Western Australian police just put out a report on this after an internal investigation, saying the first time he was locked up for a night after being accused of stealing a boat because the dispatcher misspelled Mark and spelled Mark with a K and not a C. A judge caught that mistake the next day, and Mark with a C was released and went home. But then 3 months later, Mark with a C actually went back to the scene of the crime, the police station, because news.com.au is reporting he wanted to get help for something, but the officer taking his request again spelled Mark with a K, and the old mistaken outstanding warrant again popped up, still in their system. And they arrested Mark with a C again. Yeah, the internal investigations report said 3 officers were punished in some way, but hopefully Mark with a C will never need police help again. Also, in the land down under, 9 News Australia is reporting early this past Monday morning in Melbourne, an alarm went off in a restricted area at the Collingwood police station, which had no staff or officers at the front desk at the time. It was overnight, so cops out on patrol went to check their station and say they found a guy had smashed the front window and was inside, so basically broke himself into jail and got tasered. That's what officers say they did before arresting him. Time for another break. Back in
Model.
We are here. So please get out, you lazy bum. I need to recharge.
So why not? Get your new driving buddy today.
And don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. Come on, bum. I have to recharge.
Strobots are sold absolutely nowhere.
It's not often that you'd want to lean in for a close sniff of toilet paper.
Ew.
But the rose-scented paper rolls from Rosie will make you want to press those nostrils up against a roll. And there, you can inhale the rosy aroma soon to bless your bottom and feel the 4 plies of cotton ball softness about to caress your tush. Rosie bathroom rolls, because your butt deserves it.
What's up with what's going down, though?
Hey, now that it's warming up, heads up to folks with plans for beaches around Florida this summer. Large floating masses of stinky, slimy brown seaweed called sargassum are already washing up on the Caribbean and southeastern sides. The Miami Herald is reporting scientists at the University of South Florida's Oceanography Lab put out a report a couple weeks ago projecting 40% more of the seaweed than the record high 3 years ago. We'll cover beaches and add to the workload of crews responsible for cleaning it all up. The Herald is reporting that record mess of sargassum in 2022 chased tourism dollars off beachfront areas and cost millions to clean up. And that was 2022, coming out of the pandemic, which also did not help tourism dollars. Now, the seaweed is not toxic while floating in water. It's just on land. It can irritate eyes and noses from the rotten egg smell. Gases coming from it rotting. So if hanging out in Florida this summer, just know swimming pools might be better spots to take a dip in the water or lay out for a tan. But I'll bet this caution flag will not keep bikinis and Speedos off the sand at South Beach.
Mike Mann here, dusting off all the classics, and we're going to keep them rolling right now with this funny one from Slammy Sammy.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll to the left and to the right. Let us Tootsie Roll all night, all night, all night.
And done with another Real Pod newscast. As always, thanks so much for listening. And I'm always looking for constructive feedback, positive or negative. So hit me up on the show's Facebook page or on my 90s looking website, realpodnewscast.com. And I'll keep saying it. I'll get to it one day, and I keep meaning it. Actually spruced it up a little last night, turned it in all yellow. Now it looks like Big Bird. Have a great weekend, everybody. Back on Tuesday.
This has been the Real Pod Newscast with Levon Putney from Show Enough Productions. And for more, hit up the website, realpodnewscast.com. That's real with 2 E's. This is Big Daddy Marty Allen. Thanks for listening.
Show enough.